Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're a Linux user, especially on a laptop like the Lenovo Legion 7 Pro, you might have encountered some frustrating sound issues after upgrading to kernel 6.12. Today, we're diving into why these issues are happening, whether they'll get fixed, and what you can do to make your audio work properly again. So, if you're like me, you've probably noticed that after upgrading to kernel 6.12 on your Lenovo Legion 7 Pro, or other similar laptops, sound can sometimes break, or certain audio devices stop working altogether. It's a pretty big issue, especially for those who rely on Linux for everyday tasks or gaming. Let's talk about what's going on here. First things first, these sound issues are not isolated to just the Lenovo Legion 7 Pro. Many users across different laptops are reporting audio problems with the new Linux kernel. A lot of these problems stem from changes or bugs within the ALSA, Advanced Linux Sound Architecture, or PulseAudio systems, which manage sound on Linux. Kernel 6.12 introduced some major updates, including new hardware support and optimizations for various devices, but with that came some unintended bugs, especially for sound drivers. These bugs can affect how the operating system interacts with your laptop's sound card or audio chipset, and in some cases, it might not even detect your audio devices correctly. Is there hope for a fix? Now, the big question, will this issue be fixed? The short answer is yes, likely, but it might take some time. Kernel updates are constantly being worked on, and Linux developers are incredibly responsive to bugs reported by users. In fact, a lot of work is already being done to address these sound issues. Many bugs have been reported, and the kernel developers are actively working on fixes for the next releases. In fact, if you're following updates, you might have already seen some patches being pushed through. Kernel 6.13 and 6.14 are expected to come with more fixes for these audio problems, so if you're having trouble now, it's worth keeping an eye out for those updates. In the meantime, if you're facing these issues, there are a few things you can try to fix the sound yourself. Here are some troubleshooting steps you can take. Make sure your system is fully updated. Sometimes these bugs are fixed through smaller updates in between kernel releases. You can manually check for updates to your sound drivers by running sudo apt-get update or using your distribution's package manager. If the problem persists, you can always roll back to an older kernel version temporarily until the issue is resolved. Just boot into the grub menu and select a previous kernel. Sometimes, adjusting the sound settings can help. Try disabling and re-enabling PulseAudio, or adjusting the alsa-base.conference file to force the system to reload sound drivers. Install PVA Control, which gives you more control over your audio settings, and check if there are any misconfigurations or muted devices. So, to wrap it up, while the sound issues with kernel 6.12 on laptops like the Lenovo Legion 7 Pro are definitely frustrating, there's hope that these problems will be addressed soon. If you're having trouble, try out some of the troubleshooting steps I mentioned, and keep your system updated. Stay involved with the Linux community, and before you know it, your sound should be back to normal. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment if you've experienced these sound issues or found your own solution. I'll keep you updated as more fixes come out, and I'll see you in the next video.